According to historians, the first transoceanic crossings occurred about 3,000 years ago, when the first Phoenician and Polynesian sailors began venturing into the open seas. However, scattered around the world are artifacts dating back thousands of years before these voyages. These include Egyptian-style mummies in South America, buried Japanese pottery in Ecuador, African-like faces carved into ancient Mexican stones, and even a Chinese bronze mirror found deep in the soil of Illinois. Every one of these finds belongs to a time when deep-sea travel should not have existed. So, who crossed first, and how did they leave their marks in places no one was supposed to reach? 1. Egyptian-style mummies in South America. In the dry coastal deserts of Peru and Chile, archaeologists discovered mummies buried deep in the sand layers, carefully wrapped in fabrics, preserved with resins and oils. Researchers were shocked to find that most of these mummies bore a striking resemblance to those found in ancient Egypt. The similarity was more than visual. Both cultures removed internal organs, treated the bodies with natural salts, and wrapped them in multiple layers of cloth, some South American. Mummies even displayed the same cross-arm posture seen in Egyptian tombs, and their faces were covered with painted masks made of gold or clay. It is difficult to dismiss these details as mere coincidence. The most famous examples come from the Chinchorro culture, whose mummification practices date back approximately 7,000 years, making them even older than the earliest Egyptian mummies. This single fact overturns everything historians know, raising the question of how two completely isolated civilizations, separated by thousands of years and a vast ocean, could have developed such similar burial methods independently. Some studies have even detected traces of plant material and organic compounds native to American plant species in Egyptian mummies. If these results are accurate, they suggest the possibility of a forgotten link or exchange between the ancient world and the New World civilizations long before recorded history. 2. Jōmon pottery found in Ecuador. In the 1960s, while excavating near the village of Valdivia in the coastal forests of Ecuador, archaeologists uncovered pottery fragments never before seen in South America. The pieces were delicately shaped, adorned with spiral patterns and human faces, designs that were surprisingly familiar to researchers who had studied early Japanese artifacts. The shock was immediate upon comparison. The pottery from Valdivia was nearly identical to that belonging to the Jōmon culture of ancient Japan, which existed over 5,000 years ago on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. They shared the same curved edges, the same cord-marked textures, and even the same stylized female figurines. Chemical studies showed that both cultures used the technique of coiling clay and firing it at low temperatures, creating a distinctive reddish-brown surface found in both Ecuador and Japan. According to accepted history, there was no contact between Asia and South America for millennia. Yet, these objects suggest that some form of cultural or physical exchange must have occurred long before recorded history. 3. Olmec colossal heads and the African connection. In the jungles of southern Mexico stand some of the ancient world's most mysterious monuments, the colossal stone heads of the Olmec civilization. Each one is carved from a single block of volcanic basalt, with some weighing over 40 tons. The Olmec were one of the earliest great cultures of Mesoamerica, flourishing around 3,000 years ago, long before the Aztecs or Mayas. Since these heads were discovered in the 1800s, one detail has fueled endless debate. Their faces do not resemble any known Mesoamerican people. The broad noses, full lips, and rounded features led some early researchers to propose the controversial idea that the Olmec may have been in contact with ancient African peoples, or that their art was inspired by travelers who crossed the Atlantic long before Columbus. Mainstream archaeologists argue that the features are purely indigenous, stylized depictions of local rulers or warriors. However, others claim that the resemblance to the African facial structure is too precise to be a coincidence, especially when combined with other artifacts showing bearded figures or sculptures with non-Mesoamerican features. If contact truly happened, it would mean that ancient Africans crossed the ocean thousands of years before the European explorations, forcing us to rewrite everything we know about early navigation and global travel. 4. Chinese bronze mirror found in Illinois. During a routine excavation near Marion County, Illinois, in the 1980s, a team of archaeologists made a discovery that still lacks a clear explanation. Alongside Native American artifacts, they found a small bronze mirror, round and polished on one side, and decorated with strange, intricate symbols on the other. The mirror's design matched the style of ancient Chinese bronze mirrors produced during the Han Dynasty, more than 2,000 years ago. The patterns, the embossed symbols, and even the alloy composition were nearly identical to mirrors found in Imperial China. Yet, this mirror was discovered in the heart of North America, thousands of miles away from any known Chinese settlement. History dictates that there was no contact between East Asia and the Americas until the voyages of the 16th century. So, how could a distinctly Chinese artifact be buried in the ancient soil of Illinois? Some archaeologists attempted to explain it away, suggesting the mirror was a modern import accidentally lost by collectors or settlers. But the soil layer where it was found told a different story. The mirror was sealed beneath pre-Columbian material, surrounded by objects belonging to the Mississippian culture, which thrived between 800 and 1500 AD if authentic. This suggests that trans-Pacific exchange, or at least contact, occurred centuries, even millennia, before modern history recorded it.